Hi, everybody. Welcome to Katie in the Morning. I'm Katie Page, Director of Member Relations at the National Association of Healthcare Assistants. Today, I want to talk to you something that is a little bit of a double-edged sword. When you become a CNA, your trainer will more than likely tell you that you need to find your own routine, find your own groove. That is very true. But I think what they mean by routine is the way that you do things. The order that you do them in, the connection that you have with people, the connection that you develop with people. That's your routine. That's your groove. But what are the dangers of falling into a routine? What I'm talking about is so, for example, let's say you have a resident that is, a lot of facilities are alarm free, but there are still some that do have alarms. Say you have a resident that his alarm goes off every single day right after lunch. You go in, you take him to the bathroom, you help him out of his chair, you take him to the bathroom, you lay him down, go down the hallway. I mean, like clockwork, 5 minutes later, that alarm's going off. And you know that he's getting up to do something. You know exactly where he's going. You know exactly what he's doing. The thing about it is, we get into that routine. We get used to hearing those sounds. We get used to seeing the call light on a certain time of day at a certain room, and we know exactly what they want. And we get into this routine of kind of knowing what's coming. So, how is this dangerous? I'll give you guys a perfect example. There was a facility out on the West Coast that is actually in a very, very big lawsuit right now. They had a resident on a respirator, and about every 7 minutes, that alarm would go off. It was like a power surge or something, and they were waiting for it to get fixed. But the nurse and the two nurses and the CNA that were working that overnight shift got so used to hearing that alarm and knowing what was wrong with it that they went and assisted another resident before they went to turn that alarm off. That lady, the respirator actually ended up shutting off because of something other than what they thought the alarm was going on off for. So the lady ended up passing away, and now they are. I believe Dane Henning reported on this in the LTC news a couple weeks ago. But that is just an extreme example, but it is an example of falling with the dangers of falling into the routine. Another one is the door alarms, especially during the winter. With hypothermia and frostbite and people with dementia that don't know they're getting cold. If the alarm's going off, please go check the alarm. Whether you think you know what's happening or not, it can definitely save somebody's life. Even with like the residents that she's not coming out to breakfast till 9 o'clock and 9:15, you get kind of used to it. Please go check on those residents and make sure there is not something wrong with them and that you're not just falling into that routine. If you think about it, their lives are in our hands 24 hours a day, from one caregiver to another. This is probably the best thing that you can do for our residents, is to not fall into the routine. I'm not talking about your routine. I'm talking about the routine. So please double check and make sure you're answering those call lights right away as soon as they come on, whether it's something that you think that you know what they want or not, because it very well could be an emergency situation and that is their only line of connecting with you to get help into their room. I thank you guys all for joining me today, and I will see you next time on Katie in the Morning.